Hello, welcome to tutorial number 8 on databases. In this tutorial, I'm going to speak about two things that are really simple, of course. So the number one thing is about the sum, and number two will be about count. So the sum command adds the fields that is written after it. So if I'm going to say sum, maybe math, it will sum up the column for the math. But also you may specify the condition, or you may use the where clause under the sum function. So the format or the syntax of this one, it is select and then sum and then the field name that you want to add, and then you specify the table that that particular field is coming from. You can also add the where clause and all other things that will land it from the previous classes. So you can say maybe you can also say where, and then you can specify your condition from the given question. So you can clearly, or you can just easily find the sum as simple as that. Let me just take this theoretical table and use this order table. Sample number one, it is here. You can create this one, of course, in Access, and then you can preview the result and see if it is right. So we are selecting the sum, but what we are summing up is the number of items. So I'll be finding the sum of all this number of items from the table called order. So I'll be summing up all these numbers, which is around 52, I think. Yeah, 52. Sorry, not 52. 49, 50, 52. Yeah, I think the answer will be 52. And just add clear and see. So here I'm just adding all the items under the column for the number of items. So in another question here, it is we are summing up the total cost, but we have to take into consideration the posted to be no. So I have no posted at this point and no posted at this point. So I'll just be only adding these two total costs. Only that two total cost is the one that you have to add. So just do your math and see what will be the answer. From my side, of course, it is really simple. Of course, it is 21.99. Then you have to add to 59.65. Then you get 84 around 0.64. That is the answer I have. So that is simple, of course, that it is. So you can just take time to practice on your database or create the given tables and see the result. Another important function is called count. So the count will count how many records meets a given criteria. So it might be counting the number of records in a certain table. We just use the count criteria. So the formula is simple, or the syntax, just say select and then you say count and the field name from the table name. So example, I want to count the number of students that I have. So I can just say is equal to, sorry, I can say select, then count in the field name. I'm just counting maybe the first name from the table name, that is maybe student. So I'll be able to get how many first names do I have from my table. Let us see if we have more things to see on this one. So let us see example. I just wanted to count the number of first names from the table, the number of the first names who are majoring science, and all other things that are here, of course. Let us see this one. Let us go back to our Access and see how we can do that one. So going back to our Microsoft Access, this is the table that we have. Let us just say I want to count the number of first names that I have. So I just go to create, and I just go to the query design, then just go to SQL, then SQL view. Then I want to select and then count, and then bracket. I'm counting for the first name. So it will be counting only the first names, and then from the table name, which is a student. So I'm counting the number of first names that I have from the table called student. So just click on run. We have 8 results for the first name. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have 8 results, of course. So for this case, it becomes easy. Let me just see how many students are majoring science. So just right click on it and then just go to SQL. So I'm going to count the number of science. Count. I'm counting for the major column from student. Then I'm adding the where clause. where our major is equal to science. So I'm just counting only the number of students who are majoring science. Just run it and see. So I have 5 students who are majoring science, and you can exactly see this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 students, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What happened there? I think one of the things is wrong. Let me try for those who are, sorry, the answer is 6, not 5. Sorry, it's 6. So it is correct, of course. You can see that the answer is 6, which is correct. Just misinterpreted it, of course. So I can also see the students maybe who are majoring art. At this point, I just know, of course, it's 1 student. Then just click on OK and click on run. You see it's only 1 student. So a recap for a recap of what you have learned today, you have learned in this tutorial. Let us have one of the questions. Let's have the questions here, of course. The question is straight here that use the order table to fill this result. So select the count. So you'll be counting the order ID from this table from the table called table. For the table name, the table is here. So I'll be counting the number of order IDs. At this point, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 order IDs. So the output for this one will be 4. Now this one, select count the order ID. So I'll be counting the order ID from the table orders, but I want the number of items to be greater or equal to 10. So to be greater than 10. So this number of items is greater than 10, and that one is greater than 10. So how many orders ID do I have? I only have 2 order IDs. Guys, thank you so much for your time. This marks the end of tutorial number 8 in databases. Thank you for your time. See you on the coming tutorials.